Namaste, everyone. A very good afternoon to all of you, and welcome to this session called Detox Naturally. So first of all, let me introduce you to Wellcure. I see some familiar names in the participants list, but for those of you who are new to Wellcure, we are an online platform for natural healing. We are available on the iOS app as well as on Android. And we also have a website. In our portfolio, we have various offerings. For example, we have blogs, articles where you can read and educate yourself about nature cure. We have a recipe section which has 1,000 plus whole plant-based recipes which are very healthy, delicious, oil-free, dairy-free. We have a journey section which has stories of people who've been able to reverse all kinds of diseases just by adopting nature's laws. We have a Q&A section where you can come and ask any question about your health that you may have, and natural health experts help you over there. We also do many online workshops, and we also do personalized coaching where we work one-on-one with you to help you make simple and sustainable changes in your health. So this is how today's session would be conducted. I will be taking you through a few slides which are around the topic of detox. And I would request if you could note down your questions so that I can take them up towards the end of the session. And I would also request you to keep your videos off, because I can see some of you on videos doing your own personal stuff, and that is not required to be shown to the entire audience here. Karishma, I would also request you to switch off the videos of people. Richa, if you could switch off your video, we can see you. It'll be great if you can switch off your video, unless you intend to really be on the video. And let's get started without wasting much time. So this is the agenda for today's session. I will first of all talk about toxins, how they enter our body. Secondly, what is their role in our health, in preventive health, as well as in curative health. I will give you a weekly health checkup, which is a do-it-yourself, a DIY. You can just do it at home on your own. We will talk about 3 highly effective detox therapies, again, which you can do on your own at home with the most basic resources. And lastly, I will introduce you to the personalized detox coaching program that we run. About myself, my name is Anchal Kapur. I am the co-founder of Wellcure. I am a lifestyle medicine coach from the Hippocrates Health Institute of the US, and a nature cure health coach from Dr. Arun Sharma's Imana. And I am also a fertility and women's health expert. More about my personal journey of health as we go along during the session. Okay, so let's begin with toxins. What are toxins and how they enter our body? So toxins are waste materials. They are materials which are not required in our body, but they are created inside the body itself when our body does various functions. So the cells in our body are performing different functions throughout the day, and it is a byproduct. So just like in a factory, so let's say if it is a factory which is making sugar, so what will be the byproduct? There will be some wastewater which will get generated, or there will be smoke which will get generated, right? It's a part of the process. Similarly, our body is no less than a full factory in itself, with so many tasks and so many functions happening throughout the day and night. So when those activities happen, some waste material is generated. Also, toxins enter our body through external sources. Okay, so the food we eat, the products we use, all of that is also a way in which toxins find a way in our body. So let me just read out what is written here on the right side. What is AMA, or toxins? Toxins are the unmetabolized waste that is not utilized by the body. It can be formed from food that are absorbed but not used by the body. or that are undigested and create fermentation. Any kind of substance which is harmful to your body may be considered a toxin that enters your body, mind, and interferes with your natural state, creating imbalance that over time can lead to illness. Okay, so what that therefore means is that if I'm having foods which are undigested, because I'm having the wrong food combinations, or I'm having foods which are not really natural, they are unnatural, highly refined or processed, then the body is not able to properly digest these foods. And when that happens, that is going to create toxic waste in the body. Or if this food is there in our body, but it ferments, okay, the body is not able to digest it, so it just sits in the stomach, gets fermented, again it is toxic to the body. So our food, therefore, and also our lifestyle makes our body toxic. So what does that what does lifestyle here mean? Well, if I'm having a late dinner, okay, so our night time is our sleeping time. Our body follows a circadian rhythm where the 24 hours are divided into 3 cycles of 8 hours each. So the night cycle, which is of 8 p.m. to 4 a.m., is the cycle of rest and rejuvenation. These cells that are there in our body, they have a definite life. So different types of cells will have different lives. Some will have a life just of a few days, some will have a life which is of a few months, and some can have life even more than that. So the body has to continuously keep creating new cells, keep repairing the older ones which get damaged. And for all this, the night cycle of 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. is very important, because that is when this work is at its peak. Your liver, which is a key detox organ, is at the peak of its detox function at night, between 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. Okay, so therefore, if we are having late dinners, if we are not sleeping early, we are going to sleep late, and all this also has an impact on the quality of our sleep as well. It impacts our health at a cellular level, and it therefore impacts the detox function as well. Okay? Similarly, in the morning, having a heavy breakfast. Okay, so the word break fast itself means that you are breaking a fast. The whole night you were sleeping, you were not eating, and now you are waking up in the morning, you are going to eat. So you are breaking that fast that you had maintained for the last 7-8 hours or so. And therefore, the best way to break a fast is by eating something light. But more often than not, we are eating heavy breakfast because we think that that is going to keep us going for the day. And that is another mistake that we do, because the morning cycle of the circadian rhythm from morning 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. is the cycle of elimination of toxic wastes from the body. So if we eat something heavy during this time, it interferes the elimination work, because the body prioritizes digestion. So that's another one. And of course, taking stress, a lot of stress, or being in negative emotions means that our cells are overstressed. They are thinking more means they are working more, which will lead to a lot of more waste, more toxic waste getting generated. In terms of foods, if our diet has a lot of packaged foods, processed foods, if we are using personal care products or home care products which are chemicals based, if we are cooking in aluminium or non-stick coated cookware, and of course through the air we breathe because it is polluted, or the water that we drink, these are also some of the other sources from which toxins find way into our body. Okay, so with that, I've covered the first part, that what are toxins and how do they find a place in our body. We'll move on to the second part of today's presentation, which is that what is the role of toxins in our health, in our preventive and curative health. So while these toxins are getting made in the body or are entering our body through our diet, lifestyle, or through the environment, there are certain organs in our body that are continuously doing a detox. Detox means they're removing the toxins from our body on an everyday basis. Okay, so we breathe, we are always breathing, right? 24/7 we are breathing. So when we exhale, through the exhalation, our body is throwing out the toxic gases which are of no use. Similarly, through our kidneys, the body excretes the waste material as urine, or through our colon, when we pass motions, we are again eliminating waste. Our lymphatic system. So lymphatic system is the body's, it's like a drainage system for the body. Okay, so it has a fluid called lymph fluid which moves throughout the body, keeps collecting the waste materials when the different cells in the body are doing their work, and then these waste materials are sent out of the body. The lymphatic system takes these waste materials to the excretory organs, and that is how they get removed from the body. Liver, as I told you, is also a detox organ, and our skin. So we breathe not just through our lungs, but we also breathe through our skin. Our skin has pores, and not just that, we also sweat. So when we sweat, with sweat also the body is detoxing and taking out the waste materials. So these are various ways in which the detox is naturally happening in your body on an everyday basis. However, the problem arises when this elimination of toxins is less and the accumulation of toxins is more. Right, so we are creating more toxins. We are accumulating more toxins. Body is not able to remove that much, so they start building up in our system. Now, like I spoke about the sugar factory or any other factory for that matter, if we do not release the smoke from there, which is a waste product, or if we do not release the the waste water which is created, if we don't remove it from there, what is going to happen? It is going to start impacting the operations of the factory. It is going to start impacting the health of the workers who are over there, and beyond a point, no one is going to survive in the smoke, so the factory is just going to shut down, right? So the same thing, exactly the same thing is happening in our body also. When these toxins keep accumulating, they start manifesting as one disease or the other. Toxins are acidic in nature. So if we are getting any inflammation in our body, if we are getting any pain in our body, that is because of toxins. Toxins are irritants. So if you know that you're someone who gets a lot of mood swings, well, you need a detox. Toxins cause blockage. They slow down the system. So if you are someone who feels very lethargic, or you are someone who has issues of blood pressure, cholesterol, etc., it means there is a toxic overload. You need a detox. And similarly, congestion, simpler things like getting headaches, or getting blocked ears, getting a lot of wax in your ears, sinus, etc. These indicate again that there is toxic buildup in the body. Now, Wellcure is based on the principles of nature cure, and nature cure says that our body has self-healing powers. So our body can repair itself, it can maintain itself, and it can improve itself. What that means is that if there is some part of my body which is damaged, okay, so let's say I have a wound, the body knows, the body has the intelligence on how to heal that wound. If I have some issue where I'm away from the balanced state. So let's say my blood pressure is off track. I'm high. I have a high blood pressure. So the body knows what is ideal for me, and it will make an improvement to get it there. So it is self-improving. And once I am in this balanced state of health, it knows that this is best for me, and therefore it is going to maintain it. And this balanced state of being is known as homeostasis. So in nature cure, we say that the true healing is about learning how you can heal yourself. The healing power is within you. It is not with anyone else or with anything else. Okay. So when we rely on this intelligence, on this wisdom of the body, that is what nature cure is about. Now, what is the history of nature cure? Well, the commonly known pathies such as allopathy, homeopathy, naturopathy, these are only 200 to 300 years old. And the Ayurveda system is around 5,000 years old. But let me read out something which is mentioned in this quote here. While our ancestors have been around for about 6 million years, the modern form of humans only evolved about 200,000 years ago. Civilization as we know it is only about 6,000 years old. And industrialization started in the earnest only in the 1800s. So what this means is that for the longest of time, we have taken care of our health, not by taking any medication, but just by following nature's laws, by just letting our body be, by just relying on the body's innate wisdom that it knows how to heal itself. It was in 1799, there was a German farmer who once observed, an animal, a cow, that the cow was wounded. And what did the cow do? Well, there was a muddy puddle. She just went and she sat in that, in the sun, and she just healed herself with that. And this German farmer therefore thought, well, if an animal has that wisdom, that how can she take care of her health? Why is it that we don't have that wisdom? Right? And that is how the modern day nature cure experts started observing body's healing powers more. And this is a practice which is followed throughout the world. So there are many experts. For example, Louis Kuhn, he was from Germany. Arnold, Erhard, T.C. Fry, Herbert Shelton, across the globe. Like I said, some of them are in the US, some of them are in Australia. And in India, it was Acharya Lakshmana Sarma who brought nature cure to India. And now his grandson, who is Dr. Arun Sharma, is the pioneer of nature cure in India. And Mahatma Gandhi was also a big proponent of nature cure, because he felt that nature's resources are abundantly available and are often available free of cost. And therefore, this is something which should be available to the masses to take charge of their health. Okay? So that's the history of nature cure. Now, our body is made up of cells, like I had said. These cells come together and form tissues. Tissues come together and form organs. Organs come together and form organ systems. So what do I mean by organ systems? Like we have a circulatory system, respiratory system, nervous system, immune system, so on and so forth. But each of these is built with the building block called cells. So like in a house or in a building, what is the building block? A brick. Everything that comes in gets those bricks together is step two, but we need the bricks. So similarly in our body, that building block is the cells that we have. And what these cells do is perform various functions depending on which part of the body they are in, but they need two nutrients. Okay, they need two items, two fuel items is what they need. One is the nutrients from the food that we eat, and second is the oxygen. So if they get these two things, they will do everything perfectly. And who provides this fuel to each of these cells? It is our blood. So our blood is getting circulated throughout the body. It is going and supplying these two things to every single cell. And do you know how many cells are there in your body? This is the number of cells that we have in our body. This is 75 trillion. Okay, so those many number of cells is a complete army inside our body, which is forever doing its work. And therefore, if we are living well, if we are ensuring that our blood is clean, it is not filled with toxins, this blood will be able to circulate well in the body and supply the oxygen, supply the nutrients to each of those cells. And that is how the body will be able to function in good health. Okay, so this is very, very important for detox, that your blood has to be clean. So in nature cure, we say that there is a law of unity, and the law of unity is that there is only one reason for any health issue that we have. Okay, it might be a smaller issue, like let's say just a cough or cold, or it might be a bigger issue, let's say an asthma, right? There is only one cause, and that cause is that there are more toxins in our body. There is accumulation of toxins in our body. Body is not able to eliminate them properly. Okay, and therefore we say that there is only one cure. If you want to get your health in good shape, there is only one cure, and that one cure is that you have to detox. You have to remove those toxins from your body. You have to figure out why they are getting created, remove the earlier backlog and then work on why they got made at the first place, in excess, which the body could not handle. And our body is on our side, so whenever there is toxic overload, it keeps giving us signals. So it is not that disease happens all of a sudden. There are many small signals that our body keeps giving. These signals first come in the form of acute diseases. So acute diseases would be of the type of cold, cough, headache, constipation, fever, loose motions. These are all acute diseases. Then if we don't address the acute diseases properly, that means if we don't let the body do the detox, then from acute we move on to chronic. So chronic are those which will be there for us for a long period of time, and we kind of just learn how to live with them. And here also, if we don't address the root cause, that we've reached chronic because those toxins were not removed from the body, so they will keep accumulating, and hence from chronic we move on to the degenerative diseases. So for example, in case of a cold or cough, so cold or cough is an acute problem. Often people struggle with chronic allergies. Every time the season changes, they will get an allergy, they will start coughing, their nose will start running. From allergies, it can move to asthma. Okay, and from asthma, it can go to something degenerative like pneumonia. So therefore, the law is that there is only one cause for our health concerns, which is the buildup of toxins, and therefore there is only one cure, which is removal of toxins. So it doesn't matter what your health concern is, what is the name of your health issue, name of your disease, does not matter. You need a detox. Our body has various defense mechanisms, and we are often very scared when these defense mechanisms come into place, because we think, oh, something has gone wrong and I've fallen sick. Well, these defense mechanisms are body's way of protecting you. So for example, when we vomit, okay, it is so that the body can reduce the acidic levels. Yes, it is possible that you've eaten something bad and the body doesn't, it is so bad, it is maybe so poisonous that the body doesn't want to retain it inside, and therefore it makes you vomit so that you can throw it out. Aches and pains are body's way of telling you that it needs more rest. So it gives you that ache, it gives you that pain so that you improve, you increase the physical rest that you are taking. Similarly, cold, cough, loose motions, these are all ways to eliminate. Loose motions is again one accelerated way in which the body is removing something which should not be there inside the body. And same with the cold, cough, the phlegm that we get, or when we get cold, cough, we feel lethargic. These are body's way of telling you, slow down, let me clean up the garbage that has got accumulated in the body. Fever, okay, fever is also body's defense mechanism, because with fever what the body does is it increases the temperature. Now, why is it increasing the temperature? Because there are germs which thrive at low temperatures. So if we have to kill those germs, we have to increase the temperature. That is what the body does inside. So we do it outside, like if we have to drink water, we boil the water. Why do we boil it? Because we want to kill the germs. Or if we want to drink milk, we boil the milk before drinking it, again because we want to kill the germs. Similarly, in our body, if there are unwanted pathogens and the body wants to get rid of them, the body increases the temperature. That's the mechanism of fever. Body also increases temperature when it wants to let's say accelerate some activity in a particular part of the body, and therefore it is going to increase the blood circulation in that part. So for example, often you would have seen if one gets injured, you will get a fever after that, right? So we think that it's an infection, but the fact is that the body is increasing the blood circulation to that area in order to fight that infection and to accelerate the repair, accelerate the healing. So therefore, fever is also body's defense mechanism. So therefore, what do we have to do? Like till now, what I told you was that body has its own intelligence, body knows what to do, and all these mechanisms that are there are for our protection? Well, what we have to do is we have to provide the right inputs to the body. So the body will be able to detox, but we must give it the right inputs. We must give it the opportunity to do so. And what are these inputs? Well, these inputs are what are commonly known as the Panch Mahabhuta. That is the 5 elements of nature. So these 5 elements of nature, sky, air, sun, water, earth, these are the basis of our creation. These are the basis of the cosmos. These are the basis of our health and also of our character. Okay. So if we start including each of these 5 elements into our daily routine, daily diet, daily lifestyle, we bring more nature into our life. We will be providing the most ideal environment to our body for it to be able to do the detoxification work. Okay, so let us now quickly watch this video on toxemia. So this is just going to kind of summarize everything that I just mentioned to you. So let's play out this video. Okay, so that summarized what I was speaking about. And okay, now let me just give you this one example. What you see over here are 2 glass jars filled with water, and there is a fish in each of the 2. But the one which is on the left hand side, as you can see, the water is not very clean, whereas the one which is on the right hand side seems to be clean water. Okay. Now, after a few days, I realized that my fish, I have both these jars at home, and I realized that the fish which is in the water, which is, looking a bit dirty, that fish is not seeming very energetic. It is looking a bit, less on energy, less on life. And I realized that it's not feeling too well. So what I do is I go and I figure out there is some, let's say, medication for the fish. I give that medication to my fish, and the fish becomes okay for the next few days. It is energetic, full of life, absolutely fine, swimming around in the jar. But after a few days, I noticed that the same thing happens again. Again, it is feeling lifeless. It is looking lifeless. Okay? And I'm sure all of you would realize that the mistake that I have done here is that I have not cleaned her house. I have not changed the water, not cleaned up the water. And just giving some pill to the fish is not going to be enough. It is exactly the same situation in our body also. We have to address the root cause. So here the root cause was that the water was dirty, the jar was dirty. So if I had cleaned it up and then put the fish inside, then I'm taking care of the root cause. Otherwise, I am not. Okay. So the left-hand side theory is known as the germ theory, which was given by Louis Pasteur, which says that it is the germs that cause disease in our body. Like in this jar, it is the germs or the dirty water which is causing the problem. Another theory is the terrain theory, which was given by Antoine Béchamp, and he said that no, if the fish is having a problem, in this particular example, we have to look at the root cause, which is that the water is dirty. Okay. So transfer that to our body. What it therefore means is that we don't we have to clean our tank. Okay, so now for our body, what is the tank? That these 75 trillion cells are inside our body. It is the blood where they are all operating. It is the blood which is providing them everything that they need, and therefore we need to keep our body clean from inside. We have to keep the blood clean. We have to maintain internal hygiene, and when we are able to do that, our health will be perfect. Okay, so that finishes our second session of second topic of today's session, where we spoke more about the law of unity and how detox is very important if we want to maintain our good health. Now, next I'm going to talk about a weekly health checkup, which you can do on your own at home. And, we're often used to getting checkups done every 6 months, or at least an annual checkup is something that many of you would be doing. Sometimes it so happens that those checkups show everything fine, and yet we know that something is off. I'm not feeling fine, right? Sometimes it can also happen that we keep waiting for the checkup to happen, whereas what we are not realizing is that how we are feeling on an everyday basis is what determines our health, and we should closely listen to the indications that our body is giving. So I'm going to share with you a few questions, okay, around 10 questions, which you can ask yourself, and you can assess for yourself that am I in good health or not. Okay, so the first one is, do you feel fatigued, lethargic, with less stamina? So do you feel that you are low on energy, right? Or you get tired very easily, or you have chronic fatigue, throughout the day you are feeling low on your energy levels. Number 2, do you clear your bowels completely every day? Do you have bloating, gas, constipation? Now, this one is a very, very important one, because I had mentioned that our colon is one part of our body which is helping us in eliminating the solid waste from our body, the motions that we pass. So if we are not passing our motions properly, okay, if we are constipated, if we are not passing our motions every single day, preferably first thing in the morning when we wake up, we should be able to pass the motions without any stimulant. Motions should come on their own. So if that is not happening, or if you have any issues, which are coming in the way, for example, you may have bloating issues, you may have gas issues, then it does show that more needs to be done for your health. Number 3, do you suffer from chronic allergies, cough, cold, headaches? Now, some of these things, like I mentioned, headache, cough, cold, they are acute diseases. They are actually for our benefit. Because if we let body do the detox work at this stage, it is not going to progress into a chronic health issue later. But let's say if these issues are chronic, like allergies are chronic, be it skin allergies or respiratory allergies, and we just continue living with them, for that matter, even migraines, they're like chronic headaches, that means the body needs a detox. Number 4, do you feel positive about life? So when you wake up in the morning, you have something to look forward to, and you don't feel that you have to drag yourself out and you have to live another day. That feeling of positivity itself shows the state of your health. Number 5, do you have trouble falling asleep, and do you wake up tired or fresh? So if you're not able to go off to sleep on your own, if you have to really struggle with that, then you can do more for yourself. And also in the morning, like, are you waking up fresh or you're waking up tired, is a very, very big indicator of your health. Number 6, does your body sweat have bad odor? So if your body sweat is smelling foul, that is because of toxins. Is your tongue coated with a film and does your breath smell foul? So if you have a bad odor coming from your mouth, that is also because of toxic overload. Is your skin dry, itchy? Is acne a problem? So skin, like I had mentioned, is a very important organ of elimination of toxins. Okay, and therefore if our skin health is not good, if you are struggling with dry skin or itchy skin, or of course you may have issues like acne, eczema, psoriasis, urticaria, so on and so forth, then all of those indicate that the body needs a proper detox. Number 9, are you under medication of any sort, long-term medication? And number 10, are your nails brittle? Do they grow with difficulty? So if you're someone who realizes that my nails just keep breaking every now and then on their own, that also indicates that you can do more for your health. Okay, so these are the 10 health indicators that you can assess yourself. While you can actually do it on an everyday basis, but I still say that, okay, maybe do once a week and see how you are feeling and how you are faring on these indicators, and that is just going to tell you that you need to do more. Okay, we'll move on to the next part of today's presentation, where I will be talking about 3 detox therapies that you can start doing at home. So the first one is a juice therapy. So I will show you a video of a detox juice, which is green in color, and I will tell you why green is important. So let's watch the video together and then we'll more about it. One moment. Karishma, can you play this one? Okay, sorry, one sec, I'll just play it out. Got it.
So for green juice, what we'll need is white pumpkin. You have to peel it and remove the seeds. Add dhania, which is a very great detoxifier. And you can also add curry leaf or mint leaf. So these are the herbs which you can add. You have to put all these things in a mixie. Then pour 200 to 300 ml of water per glass, and then mix and blend, and then you sieve the mix, and then the juice will be ready, which you can have it twice a day, first thing in the morning.
Okay, so that was the green juice recipe. I hope you understood what was being done. So the juice, like I said, is green in color. And why is green important? So there was coriander which was put, there were curry leaves also which were put. You can use any other herbs of your choice. You can put mint if you like. You can make this juice. I mean, here the base was ash god, which is the white pumpkin. It's also called white pumpkin or safed petha in Hindi. You can use lauki also, bottle gourd. You can use cucumber also. You can use amla as well. You can add, it is good for immunity, high in vitamin C. Now, the relevance of the green leaves over here, it can also be something like spinach or any other green leaves that are in season whenever you live. The relevance of the green color here of these leaves, especially that we are using, is this, that the chlorophyll, these green leaves get their green color because of chlorophyll, and the molecular structure of this chlorophyll is very, very similar to the hemoglobin which is there in our blood. So therefore, when we take this juice, it supports our blood's hemoglobin. It supports the cleansing of the blood, therefore. And like I said, if our blood is clean, if our blood is detoxed, it is going to be able to reach everywhere in the body, to all those 75 trillion cells, give them whatever nourishment they need, and that is how the body will be able to do its work. Now, when we have this detox juice, the best time to have it is to have it first thing in the morning. Again, I'll repeat, because the morning cycle of 4 a.m. to 12 p.m. is the cycle of elimination in the body. So the body is eliminating toxins at that time. So we want to give the body the material, but we also don't want to increase the digestion work of the body. So when we have a liquid, it is very, very simple to digest. So the body will quickly use it, go back to the digestion work. It also hydrates the body, which is very important because our body is 70% water. So if we are able to maintain this chemistry by eating a lot of water-rich foods, eating or drinking, the chemistry is maintained and the body is able to detox better. This is also an alkaline juice. Our body has an acid alkaline balance, and on the scale of 0 to 14 of this acid alkaline balance, the body is at its best health when this blood is moderately alkaline at around 7.4. So this drink is alkaline and it is rich in antioxidants. Antioxidants means those elements of this juice which are going to go and fight the free radicals in the body. What are free radicals? Well, free radicals are like the villains. Okay? So we have 75 trillion cells, but there are some rogue elements. There are some bad elements, some bad cells in our body which are going to go and corrupt the good ones also. So therefore, we want to remove those bad elements from our blood, from our body, and the antioxidants which are there in this juice are going to help in that regard. So these are the reasons why you should be having this juice first thing in the morning, and this is actually going to be a replacement for your tea and coffee that you when you wake up, because tea and coffee are not alkaline, they are acidic, they are dehydrating, and they also increase the digestive work. Okay. So coincidentally, in fact, few days ago, one lady had shared with us how she was addicted to coffee. If she would not have coffee, she would get headaches, which is a very common withdrawal symptom. And with that, she would get a lot of anger. So she would start shouting on her kids. And when she went on this program with us and started having this detox juice every single day, the first 3-4 days were difficult, she said, but after that it was a smooth sailing for her. She was able to give up on coffee completely, and she said the detox juice now gives me a high. So that is how she termed it. So that's the first therapy that you can start practicing. The second therapy that one can do for detoxing is the fasting therapy. Now, fasting, as you all know, in different religions, fasting is practiced in different ways. But fasting has a lot of scientific evidence behind it. And in fact, just few years ago, in 2006, there was a Japanese person by the name of Dr. Yoshinori Osumi, who won a Nobel Prize for the work that he did in this field. And what he came up with was that when we are fasting, we are really supporting our health, because there is a lot of recycling work in our cells, which happens only when the body is at ease, only when the work of digestion is taken away. and therefore fasting is a must when it comes to detox. So there are two ways in which you can do fasting. You can begin with half day fasting. Half day fasting means that till lunchtime you are only going to be on water, so you can keep having some sips of water every now and then whenever you feel thirsty, whenever you feel hungry. You can sip on some water, and around lunchtime, so lunchtime can be as early as 12 p.m. So 12 p.m. or any time after that you can have your lunch, and that lunch is going to include any one type of fruit. So it is going to be a mono fruit meal, any fruit of your choice, which is in season. So it could be, let's say, banana, it could be papaya, it could be oranges, it could be guava. Only one type of seasonal fruit is what you can have in your lunch, 12 p.m. or any time after that. Then in the evening, let's say around 4 o'clock or so, you can have some coconut water, tender coconut water. You can also have a fresh fruit juice if you like. Do dilute it 50% with water, because fruit juices are homemade fruit juices. So I'm not obviously talking about packaged juices here. I'm talking about juices that we can make at home. There also we want to dilute it, because these are very dense. Like, you'll be using a lot of fruit and it will lead to very less fruit juice. So we want to dilute it with water to reduce the density. And after that, in the evening, after 4 p.m. you've had this drink. In dinner, which can be an early dinner, so you can have a dinner with sunset. So whatever is the sunset time for you, maybe 6 p.m., 6:30 p.m. these days, or maximum 8 p.m., definitely not later than that. You have a dinner which is very, very simple, light, cooked meal. You can have a khichdi where you put lots and lots of vegetables in that khichdi. That's very, very important. So this is the process of half day fasting, where you are having the cooked meal only in dinner. Other than that, till 12 p.m. you are just having water. Then for lunch you are having a mono fruit meal, and for your evening drink you are having a fruit juice or a coconut water. Then comes step 2, which is full day fasting. Now I'm calling this step 2 because for someone, if you are not used to fasting, you may want to first begin with half day fasting, do it a few times, and then once your body gets comfortable, once you feel more confident and in control, that is when you can move on to step 2. So the step 2 is the full day fasting. So in full day fasting, we are not going to eat any cooked food at all. So in the morning, water we can keep having the whole day. Water is not a problem. But in full day fasting, it is only in the evening around 4 p.m. that you can reach out for some tender coconut water or the diluted fruit juice. So that you can have in the evening. And then in dinner, you're going to have a mono fruit meal. Okay, so that's how we do the full day fasting. And this fasting has to be done only once in the entire week. So it's not that every single day you're repeating this fasting or you're doing it 2-3 times. No, we will do it only once in the week. And which day will it be is totally up to you. But you should choose a day where your physical activity is lesser, your mental activity is also lesser. So relaxed day, where you can do this fasting, take it easy, increase your physical rest, increase your mental rest, increase your digestive rest. Fasting is all about increasing digestive rest. So that you're already doing by doing either step 1 or step 2. But in addition to that, you're able to take care of these other aspects as well. So this is how you can go and practice fasting so that your body is able to detox properly. Okay, moving on to the third therapy. The third one is called hip bath. Hip bath therapy. It's a water therapy. So at this stage, actually, let me also tell you that each of these therapies is helping you bring in one element of nature into your life. So the first therapy that I told you, which is the juice therapy, helps you in bringing the earth element, Prithvi, into your life. The second element, fasting, that I told you, helps you bring in the ether element, ether or sky element. So sky denotes space, right? Now, when we are doing fasting, we are giving space to our body that, okay, you do whatever you have to do. I'm not going to burden you with food. right? And that's how the body is able to go inside and do the recycling, which is long due. And now this third therapy that I'm telling you, which is the hip bath, this helps in bringing the water element, the jal element into your life. So hip bath is basically, immersing the area around your hips, around your navel, your lower abdomen, all that area, your upper thighs. This is the part which is inside the water. So like you can see this tub over here, the legs are outside, the chest and face are also not in water. Hands are also not in water. So in this tub, you will fill some water. This is going to be cool water, so it's not hot water or lukewarm water. It is not ice cold water. It is cool water. So tap whatever is the temperature of water in your tap. So tap water is what we are using here. We fill this tub with around 4 to 6 inches of water. We sit inside it, and we can keep, it's not mandatory, but if you want, you can keep a wet towel on your head if you want to keep the head cool. Because what will happen is that when you sit in this tub in the cool water, the part of your body which is exposed to this cool water, and the rest of the body is not exposed. So there is a difference in temperature for various parts of the body due to the exposure to water. And therefore, what body tries to do is it tries to normalize the temperature throughout. So if one part has higher temperature and one part has lower temperature, the body is going to improve the blood circulation to the part where the temperature is lower. In this case, it is the area around the hip which is immersed in water. And when this blood circulation improves, when the blood circulation increases, it helps in moving the toxins from that area. So if there are toxins which are lodged in your digestive system, toxins that are lodged in your excretory system, toxins that are lodged in your reproductive organs, all of these places are right now immersed in the water in the tub. So toxins will move from here towards the channel of elimination, and that is what is going to restore good health. Okay, now you should do this on an empty stomach, which means that you cannot do this therapy after having a meal. So either you do it before a meal, or you can do it, let's say 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours after having a meal, and you do it for around 10 to 15 minutes. After you have done this therapy, you can get up, get dressed, and going for a brisk walk or doing some light exercises to bring up the body temperature is a good practice to follow. And if you think that you're feeling weak or you're feeling cold while doing this therapy, because the upper part of your body and even your legs, they are exposed outside to air, you can also cover yourself with a blanket or with a piece of cloth while you are doing this therapy, or even after doing the therapy, you can come out and lie down on your bed for a while. So this therapy has to be avoided for women who are going through menstruation at that point. And the benefits of this therapy, like I said, is that the part of your body which is immersed in the water, so your abdominal area, hip area, if you have any discomfort there, any bloating, gas, constipation, any pain, inflammation, piles for that matter, all of that will get relief from this. Overall, it is very, very good for digestion, and therefore this therapy is good for everyone, because if our digestion function works well, we can nicely digest what we are eating, we can absorb its nutrients, and the body can build the various cells, tissues, and systems. So each one of us do need to have a good digestive system for sure. It helps in relaxing and improving excretory functions. It reduces belly fat, which can be a concern for a lot of people, and removes toxins from the reproductive organs also. Okay, so this is again one therapy which you can do at home. You might have to buy this special tub, but this tub is also like easily available. It's a regular bath tub, which is, you can like take a circular tub from the market, which is suitable for your height, and then you can do this therapy at home. So these were the 3 therapies that you can start following to help your body detox well. Okay. Now, let me also share with you my detox journey. Well, while I had introduced myself at the beginning of the program, it was in 2014 that I was struggling with a few health issues, and the big one out of them were two actually. One was that I had an autoimmune disorder, which is called ulcerative colitis. So it's a disease of the colon, that there are ulcers in your colon. It's a digestive disease for which you have to be on medication for life. And at that point of time, I was 32 years in age. So I thought it was a very bad time to go on lifelong medication. And then I came across Nature Cure. I was also struggling with infertility. I was not able to conceive. I was having hormonal imbalance. But when I learned about Nature Cure, I could put two and two together, and I realized that how buildup of toxins in my body due to my diet and lifestyle had led me to where I was. And therefore, I realized that if I just follow these laws of nature and help my body detox properly, I should be okay. So that is what I started doing. So I changed my food, what I was eating, when, in what combination, so on and so forth. And also on the lifestyle part, I worked on my stress. I worked on bringing these 5 elements of nature into my life, so on and so forth. And in a few months' time, I was able to get rid of my disease. So I was free from ulcerative colitis. Otherwise, autoimmune diseases are something that we are told we have to live with them, but our body is on our side, so our immune cannot attack us. If it is doing so, it's because the environment is toxic. So if we clean the environment, if we maintain internal hygiene, body will regain its balance. And I was also able to conceive naturally. Today I have a 5.5-year-old son, and that is where the inspiration for Wellcure came from, that if you just maintain internal hygiene, you can take charge of your health. And now moving on to the last part of the session, where I will quickly introduce to you the detox coaching program that we do. And then if you have any questions, I can take up through the chat section. So there are many detox programs which are available in the market, and they often ask you to make these detox waters, like boil one herb, boil second herb, and keep drinking those waters throughout the day. Well, what that really does is it puts a lot of pressure on our kidneys, having so much of water. And it can also, apart from toxins, it can actually also flush out the nutrients from your body, right? So we don't want to do that. And therefore, the right way of doing a detox is one where you are eating eating the right foods, eating them at the right time, right combination, and also working on your lifestyle parallelly. So that is what our detox program is all about. Our focus here is to remove the root cause of any health issue or any disease that one may have, and that root cause is toxins. And even if we don't have a so-called disease, so to speak, but the idea is to build our health, and that is going to happen only when toxins are not interfering. So this detox program is a personalized program. Personalized means the health coach is going to work one-on-one with you for a period of 1 month. In this 1 month, the coach is going to speak to you at the beginning of the program, at the end of the program, and in between. So therefore, there are 3 video sessions of 30 to 40 minutes each that happen. And the coach will also be connected with you on WhatsApp. So Monday to Saturday, 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. He's connected on you. So any struggles you have, any questions you have, the coach is always there, and the coach is always, encouraging you to implement the plan that he gives you. He follows a holistic approach here. So he or she is going to look at your current routine and accordingly tell you that what is the natural diet that you should follow, lifestyle, and some therapies that you can do at home. The idea is to bring in each of these 5 elements of nature into your life. Our team of health coaches come from varied backgrounds. So we have doctors, nutritionists, dietitians, naturopaths, yoga experts, and nature cure practitioners. And all of them come with this deep experience that people can be healed only after addressing the root cause of their health issue. And many of our coaches have experienced healing. They have helped many people detox and heal themselves, and therefore they are really invested in the whole process. So based on what your background is, whoever is the most relevant coach for you is assigned to work with you on an everyday basis. Is this program for you, this 1 month program? Well, I would say these are some of the health issues mentioned over here on this slide. If you relate to any of them, then yes, this program is definitely for you. You can, get rid of these nagging issues that we learn to live with. We can cut down on our medical expenditure if we invest in our health, in our everyday health. And therefore you can choose. This is a list of issues which are not included in the program. So if you are someone with any of the issues that are mentioned over here, then you please write to us separately, and we have many other coaching programs, consultations, so we will guide you what is going to work best for you. I would request my colleague Karishma, if you could read some of these experiences that people have shared, people who've done this program with us. We'll just read out a few experiences and then move on to the chat section. Q&A.
Yes, sure. So Shabnam Arora, 34 years, Ghaziabad, she says that the change is very visible. I have been receiving compliments on my skin and weight. I lost 6 kgs and there was a lot of inch loss. Being married for 8 years, I'm back to my pre-marriage dimensions. I feel stronger and energetic. I'm doing headstand and chakrasana in yoga, poses that I could never do before due to lack of strength. After years, I have not experienced premenstrual symptoms before my menstruation cycle. I feel positive and connected within. Dr. G.N. Dubey, 41 years, says, I healed from migraine, chronic bronchitis, chronic sinusitis, anaphylaxis by following nature cure principles at Wellcure's natural healing consultation. I'm still continuing the natural lifestyle and experiencing positive results in healing from ankylosing spondylitis pain and stiffness. Astharani from Noida says, I was suffering from low blood pressure, gallbladder stones, pain in the abdomen, swelling in legs due to varicose veins, cold sensitivity, and skin rashes. After Wellcure's natural health coaching, I feel energetic, my BP is normal, all pains and rashes are gone. My food habits have become healthy and conscious now. Sangeeta, 44 years old, from Bangalore, says, the coaching was very helpful, motivating, and has made me very positive and confident about curing my ailments and be medicine-free. Thanks to Wellcure for the support. The concepts were very nicely explained, which cleared all my doubts. I've shared all about it with my friends. Pooja Mehra, 41 years, from Singapore, says, the month-long journey was really a motivating one. Initially, I was apprehensive to make changes, but I was amused as I could follow the health journey easily. The results have been wonderful. The stiffness in my legs when I get up in the morning has reduced significantly. My body has toned up and my dresses are looking nicer on me now. I feel more flexibility in the joints. Neha Grover, 30 years old, from Delhi, says, I'm a food lover and had always struggled to incorporate a healthy regime into my diet. I hardly took fruits or salads as I wasn't sure how to adjust them in my routine. Nature Nurtures program is a fantastic program with detailed, customized mentorship sessions. I learned to cultivate the right balance of healthy eating and exercise. The most significant change was that I began feeling good about myself and confident about my health.
Thanks, Karishma. Thanks for reading out some of those experiences. And this 1 month personalized program is priced at 4,000, but we are currently running a discount offer where it is available at 3,200. So you can scan the code that you see over here and register for the program if you would be interested. And I will now move on to the chat section. I'll take up some of the queries which I think are already there. Let me read out the queries and answer one by one. Okay, Ekta has said, could you please list out the ingredients again? So, Ekta, I think this is about the detox juice that you are asking for. Karishma, can you just post that link in the chat section so that people can revisit the video for the detox juice? But generally, when you are making this juice, you can take a small portion of the ash guard. You can also take some bottle guard, small portion, put it in the mixie, add water around 200 ml or so. You can add coriander as much as you like the flavor of coriander, or you can add curry leaves, or you can add mint leaves. You can add 1 or 2 amlas. If they're small sized, you can add 2 amlas. Give it a good blend and your juice is ready. But we've posted the video also. You can see from there as well. And also, you know, on our website, there are many of these recipes available. So you can go to our website. In the recipe section, you'll find more juices actually over there. Mandeep, ingredients I've answered. Neelu, okay, so I see a lot of questions on the ingredients. So we've shared that. Next one is how much time we can keep juice. You can keep it in the fridge for 3 to 4 hours. It will last very easily. If it is winters, you can keep it outside also for 3 to 4 hours. Link of detox juice is shared. Next one, how to go about the detox in kids and cure cold and cough and their overall health, hair and skin care. So Hema, we have a program especially for kids. You can refer to that. We will share details with you for that. But the idea there also is to help them make smaller changes in their daily diet and routine. So ensuring that they are having fruits every day as first thing in the morning. Let's say giving them some nuts to eat every day, a few soaked almonds every day, giving them maybe a few soaked raisins every day. These are some of the ways in which you can add health for the kids, help them detox. And apart from food, again, letting them be in nature, ensure that they are getting the nature time, they are spending time in the sun, they are playing out in nature. Those things are important as well. Nirja, suffering from constipation. Even if I take a lot of fruits and salads, which I'm doing for past 45 days, I'm not going to poo regularly. I eat 2 cooked meals only. So food is, Nirja, just one part. Okay, constipation can also be for other reasons. So to cure constipation, you also have to see movement. Okay, exercise is important. There are certain yogic asanas which are especially good for constipation. So those have to be built in. You also have to do relaxation. Relaxation is very important. So what happens is when we are in stress or when we are, physically very active, mentally very active, very stressed, very busy, the blood circulation is not good in our abdominal area. The blood circulation is better in the limbs, because body is in a fight or flight state. Okay, so if you want to therefore correct that, we have to focus a lot on relaxation. So you will have to do that. So exercise is important, relaxation is important, food is definitely one part. The hip therapy that I have, hip bath therapy that I have told today, practice that should help. Also this detox juice. Okay, so increase your hydration. You can actually have this detox juice 2 to 3 times in a day. So definitely start with once, but you can also have it, let's say, again around 12 noon, or you can have it in the evening also, let's say around 30 to 45 minutes prior to your dinner. You can again have the juice. So try some of these things and enroll for the program, because only when we assess what you are doing right now, we'll be able to tell you where you are going wrong. But yes, constipation can be cured very, very easily. Hema, how to detox in case of old age with chronic diseases and are on medication for long. So Hema, you will detox, I mean, for old age also the same way. But like I had said, that for this program, there are certain conditions where we say that you may need more hand holding, and therefore write to us with the specific history, medical history, and then we'll be able to guide you. Okay. Also, I wanted to mention that if you would like to go for, any of you would like to go for a single call consultation with our natural health experts, where they can give you a proper plan, you can book that again with the same link which is shown here in the scan code. You will be, the coach is going to go through your entire schedule, diet schedule, and accordingly give you a diet plan that you can work with. Okay, so the full month coaching is holistic in nature, but if you want help just through one session, one call, you can book that also. That is available at a discounted price of 800 rupees for a half an hour consultation. In half day fast, can we switch fruits in the evening and meal in noon? No, Manisha, you cannot do that, and I'll tell you the reason. The reason for that is that till 12 noon you are just on water. Now we are breaking the fast. Okay, so when we break the fast, our digestive power is very low, so we have to reignite that digestive power. So when we are reigniting it, we have to give it food bit by bit, and that is why we give it fruits first, and then the cooked food comes only later on. That's the rationale behind it. Luna is saying, I'm pre-diabetic. Can I follow this? Of course you can follow this. You can absolutely follow this. It's absolutely okay to follow this. Soumya is asking how many liters of water should be taken each day. In Nature Cure, we do not prescribe liters of water. You have to listen to your body. You have to drink as per thirst. Okay, so whenever you are thirsty, you have water, sit and drink it. Don't gulp it, because there again you will lose the connection whether you are full or not. So sit and drink as much as you like, as much as your body wants. If you are someone who says that I don't feel thirsty, okay, I don't feel thirsty at all, then what you can do is you can refer to the color of your urine. If your urine is dark in color, that means you need to increase hydration. But if that is not the case, if it is pale yellow in color, or if it has no color, that means you're absolutely hydrated. So in Nature Cure, we rather focus on eating your water rather than drinking your water. And you eat your water by including a lot of fruits in your diet. So till 12 noon, you are just having your detox juice, and then you're only having fruits till 12 noon. And in your lunch, dinner, we say you have to have a lot of vegetables, especially in the form of salads and soups also. Okay. So once you do that, you will see that your requirement for drinking water will automatically come down, because when we eat, wrong foods, cooked foods, or we live a hurried lifestyle, our body is doing a lot of work, so it gets heated up, and that's how it gets dehydrated. Okay, next. Dr. Priyanka, I'm pre-diabetic, also NAFLD, kidney stone. Yeah, so I don't, so I would say, Dr. Priyanka, kidney stone, I had mentioned the exclusions for this detox program. So you could send us an email with more details on your history, and we'll guide you to the relevant program. Wali is saying, what about stripes on the nails? What does it indicate? I don't know what you mean by stripes on the nails. I don't know, Valli, what that means, but I would just say that, like brittle nails I had mentioned means that one can do more. So just follow some of the things that I have mentioned in today's session, and that should help you. Vinu is saying, have food allergies and sciatica. Will it help? Yes, it will definitely help. The program will definitely help you with that, Vinu. How to contact a coach for 1 month of detox program? Please send a contact. Okay, so Charu, what you have to do is you have to scan this code, the QR code which is there in the square on my screen. So you scan it from your phone. We can also share the link directly in the chat section. You click on that, you book. Once you book, you will receive an email where there's a form that you have to fill, giving all details of your health status, your diet, your lifestyle. And based on that, we will pick up the most relevant coach for you. And then the coach will get in touch with you and get the program started for you. Can you help to avoid knee replacement? I'm also a UC patient from last 25 years. So, Mangal, not on the detox program. The detox program, UC has been mentioned as an exclusion. For knee problem also, there's a separate program. So you write to us on the email ID I had mentioned to you. We'll guide you from there what will be best for you. Okay, personal messages I will respond to separately. Dr. Parmeshwari, how frequent hip bath needs to be done? You can do it every single day, because it's just, you are bathing in water, so to speak. So you can do it every day. Once every day, you can easily do it. Shweta, can I take this? My baby is just 3 months old and she is on exclusive breastfeeding. Yes, Shweta, you can absolutely do this if you think that you will have the time to focus on the coaching program, okay? Because we will be giving you actionables that you have to do. So if you think you can take out time for that and do it with us over the 1 month period, you can definitely do it. If you think that time-wise it may be a challenge, then I would suggest you do the single call consultation, take a plan, and keep doing it bit by bit on your own. Can an arthritis person have this detox juice with ashgard? Yes, Sarita, arthritis person can have it with ashgard, yes. Carol, thyroid antibodies, is there a cure for Hashimoto thyroid? Yeah, so Carol, we are, coincidentally next month doing a program on thyroid, which will be done by a doctor, Dr. Prashanti Atluri. I would suggest you join that program because she will really be able to help you out on this. Shefali, what is difference between nature cure and naturopathy? Shefali, there's a slight difference between the two. So naturopathy is aimed at treating a disease, okay, by one way or the other, which is natural. Whereas nature cure believes that there is nothing called a disease, and absence of health is disease. So what we have to do is we have to build health by getting these 5 elements of nature into our daily life by changes in food, lifestyle, therapies. And to that extent, the philosophy is a bit different. But yes, there is a lot of overlap between the practices that are followed between the two. Mahesh is saying how to do the program with gallstones. Mahesh, this is not the program for gallbladder stones. So I would say send us an email giving some more background with your gallbladder stones size and history and all of that and overall health. Then we'll guide you to the right program. Shefali, is there a qualification for nature cure like in naturopathy? No, Shefali, there is no qualification for nature cure. There are some known experts. So one works with them and learns. Nature cure is for everyone. You are your own doctor when you do nature cure. Bhavika, how frequently the juice should be consumed? Like I said, you can definitely have it once every morning as the first drink. You can also repeat it around 12 noon, or you can have it one more time in the evening, 30 to 45 minutes before dinner. So you can have it, I would say, 2 to 3 times in a day, every day. Is there any other detox juice? So Aarti, there are many detox juices. Like I said, you can go to our website, wellcure.com, go to the recipe section, and there are many juices recipes that you will find over there. I have tennis elbow issue since long. Can your 1 month detox course help if I join? So Aarti, we can guide you to another program for the tennis elbow. Send us an email and we'll guide you from there. So the program that I mentioned, the ID is mentioned over here, healthcoaching@wellcure.com. Just send us a mail there. We'll guide you from there to the relevant program. Thank you, Hema. Thank you, Carol. I'm just going through the questions, remaining questions. So the next one is, what is the reason for brittle nails? So the reason for brittle nails is that your body is not able to build well. So why is it not able to build well? Why is it not able to nourish well? And it's the same reason for hair also, right? So people who struggle with thinning hair, falling hair, brittle hair, it's the same reason that the root which is there, which is nourishing those parts of the body, those roots are clogged with toxins. And when they're clogged with toxins, the blood supply is not proper, therefore proper oxygen is not reaching, proper nutrients are not reaching, and as a result, we have brittle nails or brittle hair. Yeah, Niharika, I think I've just answered that question. Hair is breaking from mid length. So for specific for hair issues, if you want, there's a beauty care program, skin and hair health program that we have. You can subscribe to that one. Can green juice be taken daily? Yes. Is it good for pre-diabetic? I've answered that. Yes. Will we be getting the recording of the session? Yes. Hip, I think some of these questions are repetitive now. Hip bath, how frequently? Every day you can do. Thank you, Nirja. I'll reach out to you separately. Program is available for gynec issues like fibroids, endo, cysts, etc. Yes, so Shilpa, it is available for these kind of issues. I've I mentioned it here. Okay, so it is available for women's health related issues. That's one area that I personally look into. So yeah, you can take up the program for that. Please share the email for getting other program details for gallstone. Yeah, I just shared, Mahesh. So for anything else that you want to know, this is the ID which is mentioned on the screen, healthcoaching@wellcure.com. You can send us a message there. Aarti, I answered the question. Thank you, Rosie. Shefali is asking who are the experts in nature cure. Could you name a few? Okay, so I'll answer that question in two ways, Shefali. The nature cure experts I had in the beginning of the presentation mentioned that now in India, the nature cure stalwart is Dr. Arun Sharma. who's the grandson of Acharya Lakshman Sharma, who you see on this screen. Okay, and other than that, I had mentioned that when it comes to the health coaches that we have who are from a nature cure background, I'll just put out that screen. Yeah, so these are people who are doctors, dietitians, nutritionists, naturopaths, yoga experts, nature cure practitioners who've learned nature cure. They've learned how to connect with the 5 elements of nature. They have healed themselves and they've been healing other people by making simple changes in diet and lifestyle. Okay, so therefore, if you want specific profiles, we can share those with you separately. Okay, so I think with that, I have covered all the questions that I could see over here. Yeah. So we will conclude the session for today. And thank you everyone for joining. I hope you found the session useful and we'll see you again soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.